we went to the patient table, and we have cost of service here. So we said sum of cost of service. So we're adding this column up, and we're getting the total cost of the service. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. I can make it up. I can make this stuff up, but I'm not going to make it up. It's really just that simple. Now, are there other formulas out there that are a little bit more complicated than that? Yeah, but initially, it's no reason for us to go out and try to learn the most complicated DAX calculations. We're going to learn the basic DAX calculations first, and then we're going to go into some of the more advanced but not super advanced calculations. But it's just that simple. So with that said, that's how we create a DAX measure. It's really just that simple. That's how we create a DAX measure. We're going to look at creating DAX measures a little bit deeper than that a little later on, but right now that's just the introduction. So what I want to do now is I want to go from the table view where we are now back to the data view, or the report view. I'm sorry, the table view and the data view are pretty much the same. There used to be the data view many moons ago. Now it's the table view. We're going back to the report view. Remember, the table view is here and the report view is here. We're going to come over. We're going to create another page. And now we're talking about a bar chart. Here we have a clustered bar chart. So we're going to start with the clustered bar chart. There are actually two different bar charts. There is the stacked column chart, and there is the clustered bar chart. I use the clustered bar chart quite a bit in projects. So I'm going to start with the clustered bar chart. And basically we know what a chart is. A chart pretty much gives us a graph, for any lack of any better term. So basically we know that the day name is a dimension. So we're going to say that the x-axis is going to be the day name, and the fee, which is a numerical value that could be calculated, we're going to call that just real quick, I do understand that everyone is not going to be interested in Power BI, but you're out there looking for a tech solution, a tech opportunity for you to get into, the way you can make that career change, that career pivot. So for those of you guys that are out there that are into looking for that tech change, I do have a free 30-day calendar, a 30-day calendar. As you can see here, it's 30-day. Well, it's not a 30-day calendar. It's a 30-day tech transition planner. And it gives you day by day for 30 days, day 1 through day 30, to where you can use these steps in order to determine what tech venture you may want to get into. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. If you're interested in this free 30-day calendar that I have, just go to the link below the link below in this video, and just click the link, follow the link, and we will get you over the 30-day tech transition planner. Just wanted to take a quick break to let you know that. Now let's get back over to the webinar. You know that's a fact. So if I make this a little larger, now you see we have a bar chart. And of course, a bar chart can be formatted just as all the other visuals can. Every visual can be formatted. That is a Microsoft Power BI visual. It can be formatted. There is a difference. We'll talk about that a little later, but right now we're only talking about Microsoft Power BI visuals, standard visuals. So we went to the background, we made that yellow. We go to the visual border. We're going to, first we're going to turn the visual border on, and we're going to make that pink. Barely can see it, but that's okay. We're going to the effect. We're going to go to effect, and let's go to let's see here. Let's go to shadow. I think we did shadow in another visual. And now we have a shadow behind it. We can go over to the visual piece and we can go to bars, which are currently blue, and we can make that bar become pink. So the way that we create visuals, the way that we create formats, and Power BI for the visuals, they're the same. So if you can format one visual, you can format them all. Let's remember, we can we can come off the visual and then come back to format, and now we can format the canvas. This big white piece that everything is sitting on is the canvas. We don't want to have a white canvas. We can say we want a blue canvas. And we know that it's 100% transparency to start out. So we're going to make it 0 transparency. And now we've got the visual. Well, let's look at something else here real quick. Let's say we want to format the visual again. Let's say effects and visual border, and we want the visual border to have rounded corners. So we can make that a 20 point. Let's say a 20 point rounded corner. So now our corners are round rather than square at the end. And again, you know, in your homework, you are doing several different visuals. So you can copy and paste, or you can create each individual one. I suggest you create each individual one so you'll get some idea of where all the different formatting options are, and you can get stuck on doing some things. And then at the end of the day, repetition is what's going to make you good at the visualization piece and at creating DAX calculations and stuff like that. You're also going to find in this lesson a session on MS Learn. MS Learn is Microsoft Learn, and basically, again, since this is a Microsoft product, you can use MS Learn. It's going to be a link in your homework. You can go to MS Learn, and in that link, and you can actually see the calculations. And you know, right now we're talking about a sum calculation, but you are able to go there and you can find other calculations that you can use as well, that you will be able to use as well. Some of those calculations we're going to get to, some of those calculations we're not, but understand that there are a lot. I don't know if it's hundreds of thousands, but there are a lot of calculations that you will be able to use, and MS Learn is going to be a good resource in order for you to identify those calculations and get some practice at doing some things that you may not see in these lessons, at least not up front anyway. So with that said, this has been lesson number 7. We have been talking about the clustered bar chart. If you have any questions on the clustered bar chart, if you get stuck in any kind of way in creating doing your lesson assignments, or if you have any other, make some curious questions in regards to clustered bar charts or DAX calculations, you feel free to hit me up on Instagram at Terod Robertson, and I'll be sure to get back with you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for participating in the Power of the BI, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.